Greetings, everybody. It's New Year's Eve, and I hope you've all had a tremendous year. Of course, things don't always go the way we'd like, but I think there's almost always something or things to be grateful for. Anyway, I got disqualified from receiving unemployment insurance benefits 4.5 months ago because I went to Mexico for 13 days. And the EDD interviewer disqualified me under the AA, able and available reason. Now, I don't expect to be paid for the days I was out of the country, but she set my account so that I could never be paid again, even after I returned to California. But now that I'm back in California and have been for 4.5 months, I think the disqualification should be removed. See, the disqualification letter said that the disqualification can end when the disqualifying conditions no longer exist. Well, since I'm back now, I think the disqualifying conditions of not being able and available no longer exist. By the way, at the time of the interview, I told her I was already back and she documented that, but she still disqualified me indefinitely and had the letter sent to me telling me to contact them when the disqualifying conditions no longer existed, even though, as I said, she already knew and documented that the conditions didn't exist anymore. Anyway, I'm hoping this simple explanation as I've just expressed it will be enough for the judge to decide that yes, my disqualification should be removed. But just in case I have to get technical with definitions, I thought I should look up what EDD actually says about able and available. On EDD's own website and document, it says, an individual is eligible to receive unemployment compensation benefits with respect to any week if he or she was able to work and available for work for that week. Well, the 4.5 months that I've been back in California, I've been able and available. So I should have been receiving the benefits, I think. EDD also says their UI code does not specifically define availability, but that previous cases have helped to define it. Title 22 says you are available if you are ready, willing, and able to accept suitable employment, and that availability for work requires no more than an individual being willing to accept suitable work. It doesn't say you have to start working right away. So if I wanted to, I think I could even present a decent argument for getting paid for the 13 days I was in Mexico too, based off the technicalities of the definitions, because nothing was preventing me from accepting work in California, because as you know, people can and do get job interviews and job offers through the phone. So technically, again, I could have accepted work if an employer had called and offered. Further definitions also say that availability is readiness and willingness, and that readiness means you can start work almost immediately, but that immediate is a relative term which could mean from within 1 day to within several days for employment that requires a move to another locality. Therefore, while I was in Mexico, within several days I would have or could have been back in California and met their definition requirements. Lastly, EDD also says that availability doesn't mean you need to be in any particular place. In other words, you don't have to be in California. And it gives an example of someone relocating from California to Utah and still being eligible for California benefits. But I don't plan on getting into this, since I'd just be delighted to get the disqualification removed and possibly even get the 4.5 months of back pay, which, by the way, wouldn't actually be all that much since I have been working and earning income part-time this whole time. Alright, everybody. I hope this video has helped shed some light on what able and available means, whether you're just wondering or whether you've been disqualified too. As I've said, It's been 4.5 months since I returned, was disqualified, and since I appealed, and I still don't have a hearing date set. They recently told me that they're working on appeals from early August, and mine was in mid-August. So, hopefully I should be scheduled within a few weeks. Have a marvelous 2023.